Okay, Bob, this is 54. I can't remember the name of the one we were at yesterday, 45, and then this is 54. So just as you walk in the side door, this is like a little stepped down living room. It's a good size. Slide her out to the back. You got a closet here. This is your back patio. This one's a ranch style, so you're not stepped up like the Cape that we looked at 45. Town Farm Road, that's the street. I guess this would be a 1.5 car. It's got the double door, but I don't think you could reasonably fit. If you squeeze them, you could get 2 cars in here. But garage construction looks good. You got storage up above. I'm gonna head into the main part of the house. You got the luxury vinyl plank flooring, like in the other one. Very, very similar kitchen size. Slightly different layout, but similar size to kitchen to the last one. Maybe a little more updated on the cabinetry and the recessed sink. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone. So the other one kind of had that old mid-century style sink still with the drain board. So off the kitchen, you've got dining room. Looks like they've also got an office space in here. It's a good sized dining room. And then the bath. Very standard ranch layout. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Got a linen closet, whereas 45 did not have any bathroom vents in either bathroom. You got one here, as well as the window. Also, 45 did not have updated windows. They were probably about 40 years old. These are the vinyl insulated windows. Tub looks good. A little staining, that's probably due to minerals in the water. So when I go downstairs, I'll see if there's a filter on the well. Bedroom. Pretty straightforward. And the other bedroom. Got the larger closet in this one. So this would be the master, quote unquote master. Just a little note on the electrical. Looks like they've wired in a 3-prong here for the AC unit. So I will take a peek. That probably means that most of the outlets are 2-prong. Yep. So at least in this room, you got 2-prong outlets. So generally that means ungrounded. I don't see any here. Ungrounded, unupdated outlets. Just check the bathroom. You do have a 3-prong GFCI protected outlet in the bath, so that's good. All right. Here's your front door. So again, 2 bed, 1 bath. Very cute. I'm gonna head into the basement. Nice, really well-built staircase here. It looks newer. So there's a vapor membrane around the foundation, which means you could finish this pretty easily. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's water that's come in, but anything below grade is going to collect a little moisture. So looks like they've prepped this for eventual drywall. You got the generator connection here. 100-amp panel. It's older. Looks pretty full. You get a separate panel for the dryer. Looks like they've had some insulation work done. This is probably through Mass Save. The date on this is 2016. And this one is forced hot air furnace, so it would be easier to put air conditioning condenser on this than it would on the other one. All right, so filter system, you got the 2 filters as well as a salt filter system, so definitely some minerals in the water, but they've got a decent filter system, so maybe the bathtub just wasn't cleaned. Filter looks really clean, like they just replaced it. Well pump or expansion tank. Water heater, looks to be newer. Digital display, these are good dehumidifying units as well. A lot of new copper here, so I'm thinking these units are on the newer side. There's your hot air furnace. I didn't see any kind of wood burning, heat source like, a fireplace insert or anything like that. There's your oil tank. It's on stilts and it's got some gravel. So between this and the vapor barrier, I'm thinking at some point, they probably mitigated it, but at some point they had some water in this basement. But everything looks good now. I don't get any basement smell at all, any moisture smell. Yeah, this was probably all done by Mass Save, this vapor barrier insulation work, because you get a lot of foam seal around the gaps there. But yeah, solid construction, very, very standard ranch construction. Your joists look good. Some newer electrical conduit that was run on the exterior of the vapor barrier. Yep, pretty straightforward. I'm going to send this to you and see what you think versus 45. I think this one's smaller. Doesn't have that. It does have the room just as you come in, which I guess could be comparable to the great room at 45, but a smaller footprint here. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.